hello, hello. And happy Thursday. Wait, is today Thursday? Yeah, today's Thursday. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Tonight's stream is going to be a fairly short one, I'm assuming, as the only goal for tonight is to check out the new ending chapter for both the good and evil run, as I have save points for both of those. I'm really excited. Those of you guys that are unaware, patch 5 for Baldur's Gate 3 came out earlier today, and it included an entirely new chapter so we can get some closure on our companions and the story. So that's what we're doing tonight. Rewada, hello. Yasmin, Johnny, John, Fabio, Odessa, Meredy, Levi. How are you guys? So let's waste no time. I'm assuming the stream will be like an hour, maybe 2? Hour and a half? I don't know. We shall see. And then I got to get back to my Dragon's Dogma video. And I think Sunday I'm going to start, as long as I don't have anything going on Sunday, I think I'm going to start my Honor Mode Dark Urge run. We got to get that gold dice. The part of patch 5 is also, if you beat the game on the new Honor Mode, with only one save point, and also a harder difficulty than Tactician, you get this gold dice that you can play with in the future. So definitely got to work to get that. Cheers. Hey, Shy. And as always, I am multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Give me all your Amazon Primes. Okay. So this is my good playthrough. Man, it's been a long time since I've been on this character. But at the very end of the game right now, about to kill the Nether Brain. It looks like I didn't have a load point that brought me to the very end, so I think I'm going to actually have to fight him a little bit. But that's okay. God, it's such like... It's not the best boss fight ever. It's quite easy when you know what to do. But it's the coolest looking boss fight, I think, I've experienced in a long time for endgame. Larry did such a phenomenal job on the environmental design, the design of the brain, and just look at that. It's just terrifying. Okay, so we got... Yeah, let's do a... Oh, I forgot about that. I always take the damage from that. Can't remember what abilities I have on this character. Nebulous Black Hole.
Wait, no. Two swords.
I have Minsk in my group right now. I have so many companions alive on my good run, so that's pretty exciting. On my evil run, 4 of them are dead. All right, let's see. Let's jump to here. Sure, I'll take it. And then we'll come down a little bit.
Too high for your hearing, but you should tremble all the same.
Cooler on Twitch, Odessa? Don't say that too loud. Oh shit, I didn't realize I jumped Minsk onto a platform that's about to...
Glory, or glory is death.
Get him out of there. Oh no, I'm okay. Oh no, it's my character's on a platform that's gonna explode. Uh-oh. Okay, at least my turn's coming up. The sound effects. Dude, I could just stare at this all day. Oh my god, my character's gonna die. I'm lethargic. No. Oh, okay, we're okay. No, we're not. Oh my god, no way. No way. I'm still alive. Hallelujah. Okay, one more attack. Shut up, Gale. Stop complaining. I guess Mind Blast isn't the attack to use on the Elder Brain.
I have missed this. The adventure,
Let's give the spiritual weapon the final blow here. Let me hit F5 so we don't have to do this again. Surrender.
There,
Hey, Zaddy.
at last. It is subdued.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute.
Tempting, not gonna lie.
I honor my mother's legacy. The grand design, once again, ended by my line.
The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Orpheus's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
So good to see Orpheus again. Go ahead, command the brain to destroy all tadpoles, and then itself. Ian, thank you for the $10 super chat. Love your content. It's really great to see a company like Larian that actually takes community input and makes their game better. Really refreshing to see. I agree. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Seriously.
I must obey. I must end.
Oh, my headset's gonna die.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn lipids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain.
I love this headset. So easy to switch batteries.
Silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity.
Just so y'all know, I haven't experienced the ending chapter yet. I just went in and tested it quickly for my patch 5 video. I didn't actually do any dialogue or anything. So this is completely new for me. Such a cool boss. And then on top of that, controlled by the Dead 3 for the majority of the game. It's such an epic story. Curse of Strahd. Oh, that would be so sick. No problem, Mike. Naked squids. Yes or no? The panel from Hell music. Bringing back memories. It's nostalgic at this point. I don't know if that's a French horn. It might be a French horn. Such an awesome instrument. Hey, Harry. Aaron, what's up? So curious what the evil ending is going to be, because you don't get any of these cutscenes when you finish evil, when you become the absolute. Deep gnome in the back.
Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
Sorceress Sundries, one of my favorite areas of Act 3. Who am I missing here? I think I have everyone.
Loss of a mind is a terrible thing, but this time, I think I'll make an exception.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Minthara said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
Boo did not doubt us for a moment.
Yeah, goosebumps, man.
Any of our many failures. And the worm squirms no more. Boo need not worry that his seat on my skull will grow suddenly stickier with Mind Flayer juice. Forgive me, Sk. It has been said that his mouth sometimes frolics in fields far ahead of his mind.
Even when my time in the prison stretched out like eternity, when escape seemed impossible, I never lost hope. I knew that my destiny was to liberate my people, to return to them triumphant. I was wrong. It seems I can only fulfill one part of my destiny. My people will be liberated, but I cannot return to them. Not like this. You helped me destroy that abomination. Now help me destroy myself. You must kill me.
It's such a good Orpheus ending. You guys
do it quickly. I cannot live in this skin a moment longer.
You guys know the lore of the Githyanki race, like the fact that he became an Illithid is unreal. I love the story of Orpheus. I'm gonna have to gather all of the in-game lore and try to put together a video. You don't deserve to die, Orpheus.
I will not be Gake. I did what I did to save my people. The rest is up to them. Someone else must rise within the ranks to lead the revolution against Vlaakith. Give me my freedom from this form. Release my soul to the astral seas, while I still have one to call my own.
You may not be able to return to your people, Orpheus, but you deserve to live to see their future. I think I hit this roll on my first run, and yes, Lae'zel is currently dead. She was sacrificed by Orin. I wasn't able to save her on this particular run, so Lae'zel is not here, Helson's not here, and of course Minthara is not here. Oh man, I haven't seen this ending. Oh, the music is so good. Let's give it another roll. I do it for Orpheus. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Perhaps you are right. I may not be the one to lead my people, but I can still bear witness to their glory. I shall find a place for myself in a corner of these realms. For even in darkness, the stars of Tunarath will shine upon me. You were a worthy ally.
Goodbye, Orpheus.
Freedom is freedom, no matter the form. I hope he finds peace with his newfound nature. It's the least he deserves.
Thanks, Pog. Appreciate the prime. We're gonna get some new music in the final chapter as well, so listen for that when we get to the river camp. Hey, Rep.
The Githyanki are leaving us. An unlikely place to find ourselves, fighting on the same side as them.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city, smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
The crown. It's somewhere in the Gionthar. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it.
Don't do it, Gale. You power-hungry bastard.
The power of Karsus would be in my hands.
Like the Ring of Power.
But what then? What would I do with it once I have it?
These dialogue choices right now, I'm assuming that they come into play with the final chapter, so I have to answer in a way that I actually want to answer right now. Wear it and become a god?
And what kind of god would I be? No kind the world will suffer for the absence of. And, I hope, there are plenty on mortal soil who would regret my absence. If this adventure has taught me anything, is that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. Besides, grown quite fond of this merry band of ours, but I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Mistra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
A nip, a dance, and a song. Don't mind if I do. I think we're due an evening's reprieve. What's our leader have to say?
James, thank you for renewing your membership. 15 months, I appreciate it. Hey, Oliver. We should stay in the city, help to rebuild it.
Yes. Baldur's Gate will rise ever stronger. Let us be the ones to lay the first bricks.
I honestly don't mind what we do once we get to the... Ow! What the... Oh no. Oh God. Well, it was nice when it lasted. Ah! I'm sorry. I have to go.
It's a really sad Astarion.
Astarion will keep to the dark now, I wager. At least, he'll find plenty to feast on.
We did it, soldier. The city's going to be all right. And so are you. Engine's finally cooked. Held on just long enough. So, how'd I do?
It's a really sad Astarion ending without the ending chapter, because I think we're going to see him again at camp. But on my first run, it was pretty sad, but it felt really real too, so I actually didn't mind it, but I am excited to be able to talk to Astarion in the future. You are spectacular in every way, Karlach.
So are you. My friend. My companion. I adore you. Careful! Hot! I never gave up. I did my best. I did my best. It's the one thing I can't beat, isn't it? I wanted to live in my city with my friends. But life is for the living. And I saw...
Throw Karlach in the ocean.
Goodbye, son. Goodbye, sea.
No, stop. I won't allow this. Karlach, you're coming with me. Back to Avernus. We can't let her die. Not like this. Not now.
You can't.
Yeah, I've never romanced a Astarion replicator, so I wouldn't know your ending either. So let me hit F5 right here, because if I went to Avernus, would we get the ending chapter? I don't know, but let's not choose that one. Maybe I'll come back to that one. Let's... It's your decision, Karlach. You have to choose. Will go with you. Zariel won't be able to touch you. Alright, let's go with this one. It's your decision, Karlach. You have to choose. Will go with you. Zariel won't be able to touch you.
So, what do you say? Die here now, or live on with the blade of Avernus at your side. Zariel won't touch you. I swear it, Karlach.
Fine. I'll go. Will. With you.
Hey, Michael.
But we have to go. Now.
My characters are always naked.
Can't hang on much
Don't ask
longer.
why.
It's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid empire, no death god's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst
Baldurin.
the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
Baldman's Gate. I think all the voice actors are just as good as Astarion. Neil Newbon just stands out because of his exceptional character.
6 months have passed since you defeated the Netherbrain. And since then, you have seen more of life than you ever thought possible. You are greeted as a savior, a champion, a hero. But sometimes you feel like something else entirely. An adventurer, a traveler, a survivor. You faced down the gods. You thwarted the grand design. Anything seems possible. But before you can write the next chapter of your story, you must end this one. That's why you're going back to where all of this began, answering an invitation to gather with your allies and friends.
Is Karlach gonna be here? She shouldn't be, right? No Karlach and Will, damn. I should have sent Karlach by herself.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
And welcome to the new epilogue chapter. We have returned to the river camp, a fitting place to meet up again. In the patch 5 notes, it did say that you get to meet up in the upper city with a view of the city, but that was a mistake on Larian's end, and I even reached out to Larian for confirmation on that. Holy crap, this is so cool. The camp looks amazing. We got Jaheira here, Gale, Astarion, Milil, Happy Horsen, Minsk. All right, let's explore. Oh my god.
There you are, keeping us all on tenterhooks.
Wait, that's not Jaheira. That's an owlbear. What the hell? Is it the mother owlbear from... Oh my god, it's the owlbear grown up. It's our baby owlbear. No way, they grow fast. Only been what, 6 months? Withers is such a bro, true. Hello, Destinova. Thanks a lot. We're going to go through all of the dialogue, everything we can possibly do. So now let me go ahead and use Speak with Animals. We'll talk to the owlbear and then also Scratch.
I play with Big Brother Scratch, but I'm careful. He's small.
Okay, we'll pet him one more time. You guys hear the new music in the background? Might be one of the best songs.
Yes. Miss this. More.
Come here, buddy.
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
He's got the astral prism in his mouth. What you got this time, Scratch? It was more fun to throw it around with the Emperor.
This. It smelled like you, so I kept it.
And Orpheus
Seemed
inside
like something you might like to throw?
I'd be happy to, but first, how have you been, Scratch?
Oh, I've been so good. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you and Owlbear. I've got so many best friends, I hardly know who to play with.
I'm so glad to hear you've fared well since our travels together.
I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you.
This is a dangerous object. I'm not sure we should be playing with it, though.
You know best. But a little fetch never hurt anyone, as far as I know.
Cool to see the astral prism on the ground like that. Get it, boy. Scratch? Okay, you're making me look bad. I'm streaming right now, Scratch. Not play that game. I'm gonna get real mad. And I'm gonna do what I do to you off stream when people aren't looking. Okay?
Good song, good company.
Damn it, maybe it just won't play because I told him that was a dangerous object.
Now, there's a face I know well indeed.
Oh, we can't talk to Jaheira. What? No way. Alright, we'll talk to Volo. What? That's weird.
My dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
Have you come seeking a statement for your next tell-all?
Oh, I wouldn't bother you with such things during a party. And anyway, I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
You could do better, can't you?
Oh, terribly sorry, but you mistake me, my friend. I'm only accepting complimentary feedback at this time. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you. Hmm? Ah, your success really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
Now let me try Jaheira again. Let me come across. I don't even know where she went.
I was hoping you'd make your way over.
Hold on, Will. I want to explore the camp a little bit here. We've got our clothing chest right here. Oh my god, look at all the dyes. Holy crap. Larian just decks you out with all the dyes and clothes that you could possibly Do we get Orin's outfit, or do I have to go back and loot? Got some nice whitey tighties here. Oh, those are my favorite right there. That's cool that they give you all this stuff. I know I didn't have that much dye myself. What's up, Gale? How you doing, brother?
Ah, there you are.
Aw, the Tressim.
Oh, right. You. Hello.
I didn't even do this quest on this run. You must be Terra. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, I'm certain it is. As for you, well, I've heard congratulations are in order. You helped Mr. Dicarios save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right?
Actually, Gale helped me.
That doesn't sound like him. But whichever way you want to remember it, well done, I suppose. You ought to come visit myself and Gale when you're able, if you can extract yourself from what I'm sure are very important responsibilities.
No respect for the co-savior of Faerun, huh?
Why, I took time out of my busy schedule to come to your party, didn't I? What greater show of respect could there be?
Carly.
Ta-ta, darling.
Hey, Shaxi. Okay, ta-ta.
Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in. Professor Gale Dicarios of
I knew it.
Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. A pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
I see Mistra didn't smite you in the end.
She did not. I'm delighted to report. I surrendered the crown of Carsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
Funny, he's a professor of illusions. It is kind of funny. Go on, then. Convince me. Why is illusory magic so much fun?
Illusory magic has the power to confound the senses, to render the impossible into reality, and to allow expression of that most magical attribute of all. Imagination. Unfortunately, in that respect, some of my apprentices seem to be rather lazy. Oh, they try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake.
The cheek of them! Nothing a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix, though.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned?
Better not try hitting on me again, Gale. I've been enjoying the solitude of life on the road, going where I'm wanted, and staying no longer than I'm needed.
From you, I'd expect nothing less. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'll be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you.
I might show them how to fend for themselves in the wilds. Few of your kind seem to manage that particular feat.
Well, I, for one, can't wait. And I say with some confidence, neither can they. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower. It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now. with time enough to come.
We gotta listen carefully to all the dialogue responses here to see if there's any hint of a possible DLC. That's what I'm listening for right now. Okay, we can talk to Jaheira, so let's talk to Jaheira next.
Well now, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
I missed you too, Jaheira.
Ah, how nice to be understood again. I have spent the past months bickering with builders and bankers, all to restore the city exactly as it was. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers, same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon, same cisterns overflowing, huh?
Next year's dragon. So Jaheira has a house in Act 3 in the lower city. Some of you guys might have missed it, but it's actually really cool content, especially if you have her in your group. You get to meet some of her children. Not all cities can be as beautiful as Everesca. Baldur's Gate is itself. That is what matters.
I knew an Everescan Greycloak who would say, Baldur's Gate will be the death of me. But I can't say it doesn't hold all of life. Baldurians simply get on with it. Stubbornness, civic spirit, plain stupidity. Perhaps all three. But nothing I will sniff at any longer. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing.
That's cool.
Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist.
Ooh.
Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen.
Okay.
Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again.
So remember, Jaheira is like a high up officer in the Harpers faction, which is like a good secret faction on Faerun. Dark Legendary, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Larian, for making a game that cares about its fans and not its wallet. And Baddock, hello to the Twitch chat. Feels to me they set up well for a conflict with Zariel in a DLC. I guess I'll find out soon here. Wait, how? I shouldn't have that response because I already met her children, so my character should already know that. All well and good, but what about you, Jaheira? I want to hear what you've been up to.
Honestly, much more sitting down than I'd like. Mistake me not. There is still much to be done. Plans to make, maps to be frowned over. But my children are more than capable of doing it. Even the young ones tire of me peeking over their shoulders. This night offers them a brief respite from me, at least. And this place, now I look at it, it is where you all spent your first night together, no? A fine spot for an adventure to begin. A fine spot indeed.
Do you have an adventure in mind?
Just a little wander, perhaps, to stretch the legs. I'll find my way back, as I always do. I admit defeat. Baldur's Gate is my home. But that is the thing about home. The only way to see it clearly is to leave and look back. For a little while, at least.
Wonder what it's like for an evil run?
Should a mother wish to know how her children are faring, not worrying, mind, only wondering, perhaps you might write and tell me of them. And of you, too.
We're going to be checking out the evil ending after I finish the good one. Oh, wow. We can tell her that we want to join the Harpers. Let's go with that. I feel like that makes sense for my character, especially where he's from, the Misty Woods from the north, and all that's happened to him. I'll do more than that. I'd like to join the Harpers myself, if you'll have me.
You want to join the Harpers. Even after all you have seen. Ha! All right. I won't deny any willing arm for the cause. Even those who should know better.
Hey. Got a Harper seal.
There is, usually a ceremony. Reciting of oaths, singing of songs. I'm sure we'll get to all of that as the drinks flow. For now, I give you only the most simple Harper creed. To look for the light, and watch always for the dawn. But to enjoy the night while we have it. Huh?
We got a lot of dialogue for these companions so far.
Be well, cub. We will speak again. But first, I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
This is a hell of an ending chapter that they got going.
Now it really is a party.
Alright, I'm coming, Astarion. Damn it.
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And you're looking more delicious than ever, if you don't mind me saying. Whatever you've been doing with your time, it clearly worked wonders.
Oh, stop it, Astarion. For Christ's sake, I'm streaming right now. Well, you know me, it's been a wild few months.
Of course. I'd be disappointed with anything less. You always brought a wonderful sense of fun to the world. And where better to celebrate our good fortune? An old haunt with old friends.
Neil Newbon also has such a unique voice, too. So Astarion stands out as a character, he's a fan favorite, and then Neil Newbon stands out because his voice is unique. Doesn't necessarily mean that the other voice actors and actresses aren't as good at their job as Neil is, but Neil definitely stands out. The last time I saw you, you were running from the sun. What happened?
Exactly what I feared. Without the protection of our little friends, I was just an ordinary spawn again. Burning in the sun. I fled the dark and found refuge in the shadows until night fell. I'm sorry I didn't seek you out that night. I felt ashamed. Like I'd lost everything just as you claimed your victory. I didn't want you to see me like that. But time lent perspective. It wasn't your victory, it was ours. And for all I'd lost, I gained so much more. I had freedom, strength, a whole new life. And it was time to live it. I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
Astarion, one of the good guys. Who would have thought?
Let's not get carried away, darling. I'm still me. Perhaps more me than I've ever been.
Do you ever miss walking in the sun?
I did at first. But then I realized these shadows, this darkness, it's all a part of me. I spent too long defined by what other people did to me, the choices other people made for me. But that's over now. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse.
I want to be nice. On my evil run, I'll be a dick. Good luck, Astarion.
And to you. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special.
You're lucky to be alive, buddy.
To take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
Jaheira's dialogue was a lot longer than Gale's and Astarion's. I can't wait to talk to this guy. Alright, let's go speak to... Man, look at this. This is so cool. We have like a family dinner table. Alright, let's have a chat with Will now. Dark, thanks for another super chat. Funny enough, Larian actually has a unique cutscene if you enter the final battle with no allies. Seriously? That's awesome.
There you are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
Breathe deeply and take in the scents around you. I want to get my golden die. I am so happy that Larian offers a trophy for beating the game on honor mode, and that is you get the golden dice. It's so motivating to have like an item to work towards, as opposed to just doing it or even getting an achievement. To have like an in-game item, I can't wait to start my honor mode run. And I was starting to feel like a little like burnt out from playing Baldur's Gate 3, but now I feel like I'm amped up to play again. So hopefully we do that on Sunday.
You take in every scent the night breeze carries. Sweet honeysuckle, tender violets, and an earthy fragrance you can't quite recognize.
I noticed the scent of sulfur. It's awful. Is that you, Will?
By the good gods. How bad do I reek? Ugh, shit. Dried devil's blood. Stinks like a skunk squatting in an aboleth's corpse. No wonder. Karlach and I have felled enough Cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlach can fill you in.
And how have you been faring without your warlock powers?
I think the splinters I made out of the last bone devil I saw speak for themselves. Not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I'm not such a bad ranger if I do say so myself.
Have you had any time to visit your father? Trying to remember back to my playthrough. This was many months ago. Yeah, Duke Ravengard. I saved him. Yeah. Okay.
I've seen him more than a few times, and he's as proud of me as I am of him. He's leading the city's renewal, opened the gates to all newcomers, rebuilt the council from scratch. And he's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with brave heart and no shortage of empathy. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still believes in the bow and the blade, but he's teaching the fist a new lesson.
I've missed traveling with you. You were a pleasure to be around.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side. Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
You guys still hear me? Okay, good. Thought I was on mute for a second. Hey, Justin, what's up? Sorry, y'all. I'm not really reading the chat too much because I'm trying to focus in on what I'm listening to here. Get the full experience.
Rank. I'd take rat over this any day.
Oh my god, we have letters No way. A letter from Elminster and Kithrock Voss. Barkus. Oh my god, we gotta do all these. Okay, first let's take a look at the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. And this is the newspaper printed from Baldur's Mouth in the lower city of Baldur's Gate. Edvard Needle, Editor-in-Chief, Baldur's Mouth. Baldur's Gate Printing and Publishing Company established 1339. Wow. Report. Stone Lord killed by beloved ranger. Thorm's army dispersed from Baldurian borders. High Harper no more. Hero Druid goes to ground. Site of Foundry blast. Still sectioned off, says Fist. Oh, they're all different. Ravengard returned to full strength. Gondians disband. Gond's time has come and gone. And Gond is the god of invention. Serial killer unmasked as crazed ballist. That's the Dark Urge. You can find the Dark Urge's body in the Temple of Baal, where you fight Orin. Planar Pains. City caught in center of Githyanki war. You should probably read this from left to right. 6 months since the assassination of Archduke Gortash. Alturian refugees refusing to integrate. Janeth House to host evening of art and culture celebrating salvation of city. Monument plan for heroes of the High Hall. Witnesses encounter vampire spawn and live to tell the tale. Last holdout cultist cleared from the Temple of Baal. Bodies continue to surface from Iron Throne wreckage. All this is stuff that we played a part in. Not a goblin. Creature spotted crawling along Elfsong Bar, reported to be a Githyanki child. I think that has something to do with the Githyanki egg. No settlers return from lands upriver. Curse persists. So I didn't actually get rid of the shadow curse on my run. So there's a newspaper article on that. Structure found beneath the House of Grief. Pretty cool, right? Dark, thanks to the 10th super chat. They even have a unique cutscene if you get the Spear of the Night with Shadow and drop it when you enter the Shadowfell. Shadowheart realizes the spear is gone. I guarantee no one figured that out. So many unique cutscenes that like 99.9% of the player base are never going to see, but the few that do, pretty badass. All right, let's talk to... Actually, before we talk to this guy, let's talk to the rest of the companions.
You see, Boo? I told you our friend was near.
Where's Karlak? Hold on, I want to talk to Karlak because we just talked to Will. You guys see Karlak around here anywhere? Look for a red character. Karlak, where are you? Oh. Oh, she's right here. Oh my god, my eyes literally couldn't... I literally couldn't see her. Was she there the whole time? She's like so camouflaged into the ground right there.
Oh, shit. Oh my god! He wasn't kidding. Witness, you mad bastard! You brought me back! Soldier.
Hey, Jess.
It's really you. I've missed you, man. Like, I've really missed you. And you're so clean.
Oh, that newspaper article was the Red Dwarf? Okay, that would make sense. How have things been in Avernus?
War's a dirty business, soldier. It's been exactly how you'd think. But having Will around has been incredible. Fucker's even better at killing devils than yours truly. We don't have much time to chat, but just knowing he's there makes all the difference. Oh, but hey, guess what we found? Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge! Our current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside Avernus.
DLC in
You haven't
Avernus?
seen the last of old Karlak yet, soldier.
If anyone can survive Avernus twice, it's you.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Keep a bottle of something good in the icebox for me, huh? Mama Kay's coming home before too long. Can I look you up when I'm out?
Imagine a little Avernus DLC where we accompany Karlak on that mission. That'd be pretty awesome. Hey, Panic, how are you? I left the Spear of Night in the Shadowfell, more for weight than for, oh, this might be story important. As long as the devil doesn't put too many holes in you in the meantime.
Please. You know me, an absolute beast on the battlefield. I'll be fine. Probably. Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here, together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise.
How about Larian's timing with this patch 5? A week before the Game Awards? Let's go. Alright, so we talked to Karlach. Panic, thank you for gifting 2 tier 1 subs. Appreciate that. I should be gifting things to you, because you're the channel's favorite artist. Alright, let's talk to Minsk now.
Ah, breathe deep, Boo. The smell of heroes sings from every stone in this place. Ah, to meet again where your journey began, my friend. An honor. For Minsk and his hamster both. Oh, and for Happy also.
Yes. Honored, of course.
What is going on here? Yes, I am streaming the Game Awards on my Twitch channel and my YouTube channel. Withers didn't say we could bring guests, Minsk.
He is not a guest, but your newest follower. It is just this day that Happy learned of your legend, while we gazed down upon the very city you saved.
He dangled me from the high hall, upside down, for 2 hours.
The guild should not go creeping in high places if they do not have the stomach for them, hmm? It is well for Happy the strange portal appeared when it did. Minsk's arm was growing aexum.
That's pretty great. You're chasing after the guild? I thought you'd made peace with them.
So I have. Though it is a peace made more from blade and boot than it is any sense of brotherhood. 9 Fingers forbade any looting of the Illithid's fleshy vessels. And so Minsk guards what remains of the battle site. Even from her. But where Minsk might once have thrown any sneaking scoundrels from the tower top, now I tell them of you. How you ruled the wickedness within. How they might do the same.
Little boo right there, little cutie pie.
Yes, I'll rule it. I'll be better.
Oh, of course. It is still for Boo to decide if they live or die.
Oh gods.
But enough, my friend! I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsk and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done.
Finding more adventure where I can, without any tadpoles this time, thankfully.
Without tadpoles, Boo. Forgive my hamster squirrelishness. He has developed something of a taste for tadpole, and is displeased with the diet I have been forced to place him on. Now, Halfling, Boo will not have you embarrassing him in front of his friends, so you ought to know the rest of the company you keep. Will Ravengard, the Blade of Frontiers, Devil-Horned and Angel-Hearted. Astarion, who is banished by the sun itself for fear his Spanish soul might outshine it. We visit him much down in the dark places, though he often moves his lair without remembering to tell Minsk where.
That's funny, Minsk visiting Astarion.
The man who would be a god, but then thought better of it. Boo thinks better of him for it too. Shadowheart, foul Sharin. Trust no woman who makes an enemy of the moon.
She came around.
And there, the champion of the hells herself. Karlach Demon's Bane, Devil's Bane, Merkul Ball and Bane. Once the guild is made of goodness once more, Bull shall scratch the hells wide open and find a way to bring her back. And finally, Jahira. If this is a name you do not already know, then not even Boo can save you.
Thanks, Thomas.
Study them well, sneak thief. For the best among them will be a guide for your guild. Heroes who put the city before themselves, who never falter in their duty. And more than this, who never arrive to a party without even a gift for the host.
But wait!
Go, my friend. Be among our friends. There is much work yet to be done before this one is fit to join them.
And all of these dialogue responses that we're getting have to do with the choices that we made earlier on in the game. So that's pretty incredible. They must have recorded a lot of dialogue for this. Unfortunately, Lae'zel, she is no longer with us. This little halfling is so funny.
He's going to kill me, isn't he?
Name's Happy,
Not the big
too.
mad bastard. The hamster.
That's pretty clever, Adalarian. Okay, let's go talk to Shadowheart, and then we're going to talk to whoever that guy is playing the lute. Man, I just want to live in this river camp, don't you guys? That's all I want in life. Lunite slippers. Oh, Shadowheart's down here. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Things might get a little PG-13, if you know what I'm saying.
Starting to wonder if you'd show up.
Are you joking? I've been counting down the days.
Honestly, so have I.
We're in love.
Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever.
No big deal.
You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it.
You can say that again. I've slept under the stars enough for one lifetime. Are you calling me chubby?
Filled out and healthy is what I was going for. Don't tell me you miss living off whatever scraps we found in crates and barrels. I'm glad you seem well. Trudy.
Jennifer is such a good voice actress too. Shadowheart's voice is amazing. The feeling's mutual.
I had no doubt. But I'm glad to hear you say it all the same.
Tell me what you've been up to.
I found a little cottage. Abandoned, half ruined. There's a lot of such places to be found thanks to the Absolute's armies. I've been making it my own.
And how are your parents?
Healing. Learning to live again. It's hard to think of all that was robbed from them, but they're intent on making every day count for double. My mother's mind still drifts every now and again, but she has more good days than not so good days. She taught me her recipe for apple and plum pie, and when I tasted it, I actually remembered it from when I was a little girl. Some things can't be taken from you, it seems. Father's making himself useful, helping me fix up the cottage and caring for the animals. You should see the amount I have now. He's been waiting years for this. Now he can't stop smiling. Sorry, I'm rambling. Family life and pastry recipes probably aren't the most interesting topics for such a historic reunion.
After everything we've pulled off together, a little slice of normalcy sounds like just the thing.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Just be sure to take your own advice whenever you can. You've earned it.
You must be wondering what I've been doing this past while.
Must I? You presume a great deal. I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all.
Tell her you've been living a quiet existence, and you're very glad for it.
As am I. It's well deserved. And I dare anyone to argue otherwise. Hopefully these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make the extra effort ourselves.
Getting a group of friends to regularly agree to a time and place can prove challenging.
Don't remind me. Someone's always got somewhere else to be.
True.
But let's do our best all the same. After all, we've faced down bigger threats than wrangling together a few social calendars.
Yeah, sure. Fine. We don't have to kiss. I didn't want to anyways.
Don't be a stranger.
You know? She's probably wondering why I didn't kiss her. Okay, let's have a chat with whoever this character is right here. I think I've hit everybody in the camp so far. Hey, we have a wooden bench right here. I wish Helson was here. That would have been cool. He's off trying to do shadow curse things. Loser. Alright.
Have you nothing better to do, Sharp?
Who the piss are you?
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice.
Kind of looks like Bobby Borislav, the composer, doesn't it, a little bit? The music's fine, but uninvited guests are not. Who are you?
You have no idea who I am, do you? I thought Withers might have set the stage a little.
Letters, yes. How do you know Withers?
I owe him a favor, one he is eternally invoking. I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Alas, one purgatory to another.
Withers pulled him out of the fugue plane, so when you die in the Forgotten Realms, your soul goes to the fugue plane, to the City of Judgment, where Kelenvor, god of the dead, holds on to your soul until your goddess or god claims your soul. And if they don't claim your soul, in old D&D lore, you used to be stuck in the Wall of the Faithless. I don't think that's the case anymore. And what were you doing in the fugue plane?
Languishing in obscurity. Cyric knew what he was doing when he punished me for that song, the prick.
Cyric, the god of tricks.
Before I was banished to the fugue plane, I had song prayers coming out the proverbial ears. Guess how many I get now? None. I'm washed up, I'm afraid.
Let's try a deception check. Wait, it's all coming back to me. I know who you are. What an honor. Come on, we got this. 19. Oh, damn. We try it again? Why not, right?
No, I can see it all over your face. You've not a clue who I am.
Yeah, we can save scum that. I'll come back to it. After we finish, let me do a full ending here. I'd like you to play a different song, please.
Go on then. What should I play?
Gotta look that up, Scott, in a second. Look at all these different choices we have. Do you have some new compositions? Something that's never been heard before?
Fine. It's your party after all.
No, not even close.
Ooh. Ooh, I like this one a lot. Okay, 1 second. I think the music's going to shut off while I look something up real fast. Thanks to Scott in the YouTube chat. Mil-Lil was venerated as the Faerunian lesser deity of song, poetry, eloquence, creativity, and inspiration. He represented the whole song rather than just one. Actually, hold on. While I read this, let's have the music play. Aw, crap. We can't. Never mind. I can't have both. Oh, yeah, I can. So Mil-Lil was venerated as the Faerunian lesser deity of song, poetry, eloquence, creativity, inspiration. He represented the whole song rather than just one part, such as the music or lyrics, not just the finished thought. The whole process that took an idea from its conception to its completion. In the mindset encouraged by the Lord of Song, life itself was like a song, beginning at birth and ending upon death.
Away, Shah. Back to the shadows with you.
And he did mention Sirik, banishing him to the fugue plane. After Mil-Lil made a mocking ballad about Sirik and his insanity, the Prince of Lies became an enemy of the Lord of Song. That's all that we have on the D&D wiki. That, of course, would make sense. That's pretty cool. Good catch there, Scott. I've done a lot of lore videos and I haven't really ever talked about the god of song. Alright, let's see what else is offered at this camp. Let's do the letters right now. Oh wait, we can have him play another song? No. Official guild letter. So the guild is the criminal organization in the city. To the hero of the realms, we have followed your adventure closely from the day you fell from that doomed nautiloid to the final blow you struck, the Netherbrain, as it loomed over the Sword Coast. We are but a humble guild who pride ourselves in telling stories, not unlike the tales to be written of you for many years to come. How inspired we have been to witness your feats, awesome and terrible, the lives you've saved and sundered, the friendships you found. Thus we thought to extend a greeting to thank you for adventuring with such creative determination, such panakta, enough to touch with the hearts each of our number. With deepest gratitude, the Guild of Great Genius. Okay, so that's not what I thought it was. Alright, this one is Letter from Elminster, one of the most famous wizards in all of Faerun, and a chosen of Mystra herself, the goddess of magic, the creator of the weave. And also a character in this game, if you have Gal in your party. You can find him in the Underdark, or you can find him in the Mountain Pass. Gal, my boy. I can only apologize for my absence from Wither's little gathering. As you know, only the most urgent of business would keep me from indulging myself in his excellent taste in sweetmeats. In your esteemed company, of course. I was delighted to hear that you came to your senses with regards to that cursed crown, and delighted yet further when I learned that the orb's malingering presence no longer poses any threat. In that sense, at least, I hope you feel Mystra treated you fairly. I trust you're enjoying your adventures. I have to say, I struggle to picture you outside of Waterdeep, or your library for that matter. Wherever your escapades take you, be sure to keep your larder well provisioned. After all, one never knows when an old friend might drop by. Elminster. Letter from Etvard. So Etvard is Etvard Needle, the writer of Baldur's Mouth, the editor. A small extract from a self-published polemic tabloid. A note is attached to the top. I will not be silenced. Kneeling with Etvard. Friends, Baldurians, my people, consider our loss. Our lauded and benevolent patriarchs maimed, our great upper city libraries demolished, the very beating heart of our city. The right to speak freely dead upon the cobbles. Do you not see, my friends? Lord Gortash, formerly our greatest bulwark against the Absolute, is now smeared as a collaborator. His allies and colleagues tossed aside, former publications of repute turning to censorious farces. I ask you. The pamphlet continues in much the same fashion. Letter from Helson. So I'm assuming... Yeah, okay. Okay. Never mind. My friend, I was truly heartened to learn of your success in the fight against the Absolute. The whole of the Sword Coast and beyond owes you a debt that can never be repaid. I dearly wish I could have joined in your moment of celebration, but the shadow curse remains, and so my vigil must continue. Perhaps I shall discover a way to restore light to this place, but until then, the memories of my time traveling with you shall sustain me through all manner of hardships. If the Oak Father is Sylvanas, the god, is kind, one day I shall free the warmth of the sun and know the joys of your company once again. Yours until the end, Helson. Letter from Hope, from the House of Hope. Raphael's House of Hope. I had a dream last night, not that there are any nights here, or any days. It was a dream about you, all of you, and you were here with me, and I had served bread and jam and oat crackers and cheeses, and enough tea to quench a dessert. You nibbled and sipped and smiled and laughed, and you asked if I was happy. Nobody has asked that for so long that I don't know if anyone has ever asked at all. I didn't have the words to answer, so instead I led you through my house and showed you all the souls that are here with me. They were Raphael's once, but now they only belong to themselves. Because we killed Raphael. Kind of. Can't really die. The archive is an art gallery. The Baldur is a grand kitchen. That's where you can meet Raphael's little play toy. And the dungeon is a refuge for any wounded soul or creature that finds its way to us. Am I happy? I don't know, but I am Hope, and I persist because of you. Letter from Nocturne. Dear Shadow's Shart, I hope that you are happy and well. I must keep this short as I remain surrounded by Shar's followers at almost every waking moment in my new enclave. I dearly wish for you to enjoy your nights spent with old friends, and I hope that you and I shall share such a reunion. I know it must seem strange for me to dwell on such heretical thoughts, yet I cannot help myself. Astarion, shut the hell up!
I'd take rat over this any day.
You're not sitting there anymore. For Christ's sake.
And good wine.
Oh my god. Perhaps one day I shall find some measure of the bravery that you did and walk away from this life. Until then, I shall keep safe and hold memories of you as my one ember of light amid an ocean of darkness. Until we find each other again, yours always. Letter from Duke Ravengard. Hero of Baldur's Gate, vanquisher of the Absolute. The city is forever in your debt, for without your valor, your audacity, your sacrifice, it would not know renewal. It is not temples and inns and homes that I speak of, but hearts. Baldur's Gate can never be the city it was before it suffered the Absolute's touch. And that is as it should be. The survivors have borne witness to their homes near destruction. They have come to regret turning a blind eye to the cruelty Gortash disguised as safety and security. And they understand, just as I have come to understand, that trust, compassion, and unity are the foundation of Baldur's Gate. Our gates are open once more to the disowned and displaced. The Flaming Fist will learn to be true servants of the people. And I will devote myself to ridding the gate of the shameful fears that allowed evil to enter our homes and sit at our tables. Letter from our boy Sebastian. After so long in a vampire's cell, I'd almost forgotten how to write. Never mind what to write, but you can say that to the person who unlocked your cage and gave you your life back, or gave us some kind of life at least. After you killed Cazador and opened our cells, we fled into the Underdark. There were thousands of us, ravenous wave, mad with freedom and out for blood, and gods did we find blood. This is really cool. Sebastian was one of the vampires in the cages, and since we chose to free the vampires, we now get a letter from him and get an update. That's awesome. We swarmed every monster and unfortunate in our path, drinking what we could. We lost hundreds along the way, some to beasts, but most just disappeared into the dark. It wasn't easy, but eventually Cazador's house spawn calmed us and took control. They found some old ruins we could call home, and we've been there ever since, building new lives for ourselves. We're not free down here. The dark will chain us forever, but we aren't the prisoners we once were, either. And that's thanks to you. We looked in our cages and saw people, not monsters, and here, down in the shadows, we're trying to live up to that. This is a big F you to all the people on my Let's Play series that tried to tell me I made the wrong decision releasing the vampires. You can F off. Let's go, baby. Oh, that feels good to put them in that. There's people that were legit pissed off at me for saving the vampires, and they wrote like whole emails to me telling me how it's such a stupid decision. Yeah, where are you at? Where are you now? Where are you at now, dipshit? Let's go, baby. I feel so good right now. Okay, all right. Oh, that was you, Arthur? What? We're not free down here. The dark will chain us forever, but we aren't the prisoners we once were. I already read that. Okay. And here, down in the shadows, we're trying to live up to that. Thank you now and forever, Sebastian. Letter from Valeria, the Haliphant. The Haliphant investigator. Salutations! I'm writing to request your help in a mysterious case that has arisen since our little Balian bash half. Regrettably, I've had to take the credit for dispelling the Baal cult. In your absence, and excuse me, now I can't read anymore. Had to take the credit for dispelling the Baal cult in your absence, you understand, and am working on rooting the remaining ballast from our fair city, with the newly promoted Blaze de Vela fountainhead in tow, of course. This has made me a target. A false document bringing my name into ill repute has made public an alleged unpaid bar tab at the Elf Song. If you happen to be passing through with a bindle of coin, perhaps you can persuade management of my obvious innocence. Much obliged. Investigator Valeria, Sleuth of Helm. P.S. Any advice on getting ballast blood out of cloth? My hat's not been the same since the murder tribunal. Letter from Kithrak Voss, the Githyanki, that you meet in Act 1 near the bridge. Githyanki's script adorns one side of the page, the other is written in common tongue. Shvak. The prince of the comet shines ever bright. Breath by breath, battle by battle, Vlaakith's death draws nearer. The Vlaakith is the goddess queen of the Githyanki, but she's really a lich, and she's basically lied to get her power. She's responsible for Orpheus being trapped. We have taken to the astral plane, slaughtered all who must be slaughtered, and spread the air's truth to every possible ear, willing and unwilling. Many Githyanki have already taken up arms with us as warriors of the comet, and all the Githyanki have turned against her because of what I did in my playthrough. Others have remained in their enclaves or traveled to crushes, dedicating themselves to Orpheus as scribes, spies, and scholars. But our allies do not call themselves children of Gith. Zareth Mengar Agith, the Gith Zerai's God King, has requested an audience. There was a time I would have thought such a coalition unspeakable, but Orpheus has spoken. It's so hard to read this with these people talking in my ear right now. Oh my god. This is about to turn into an evil playthrough. All I do is hear Astarion, Karlach, Will, but Orpheus has spoken. If Vlaakith is to fall, mayhaps the two skies must again be made one. Voss, Reverie Call to Orpheus, Knight of the Comet. Hey, thanks for the Twitch Prime, Brugy32. Letter from the Gur, the Monster Hunters. To the spawn Astarion, greetings from the family of Ulma, hunters of monsters and keepers of peace across Faerun. We know this letter finds you well, for although we hunt... Okay. I'm taking my headset off. I literally can't. I can't do it with Astarion chatting in my ear anymore. Okay. Now I can't hear anything. It's much better like this. We know this letter finds you well, for although we hunt you no longer, we do sometimes keep a watch. Your restraint and control over your bloodlust has been admirable. Indeed, it has been an inspiration for our children who have struggled with their own hunger. These last months have been a difficult time for our people. We have protected and nurtured our children as best we can, and we have learned much. Herbs we once used to dull our foes' minds are now sedatives. How do you pronounce that? Sedatives? Sedatives? Sedatives. I think it's sedatives. To ease hunger and pain. Restraints built to hold the undead now protect them from themselves. There's been a lot of pain, but a lot of progress too. Our children learned discipline and control, while we learned compassion and patience. There was a time when we would have destroyed any undead creature, our own blood or not, and called it a mercy. But then we met you. We saw that redemption was possible. Difficult? Yes. Painful, but possible. You saved our children, first from Cazador, and then from us. For that, we thank you. We will watch you still, but with more admiration than fear. Walk in peace, Astarion. Oh, that's nice. Alright, and now we have the official guild letter. Oh, we already read that. Oh, how did that get down there? So we still have the Barkus root letter. Barkus is the gnome that you can save from the windmill in Act 1. To whom it may concern, Withers gave me this address and said I could consider writing. Well, I considered it. Return address included, best Barkus root. That's funny. Man, the music and all the voices at one time was actually driving me insane, and I just was putting up with it for so long, and then I just lost it. Okay, we're back at it. I can barely hear myself when I'm talking with my headset on as it is. Alright, let's push on a little bit further. Kind of funny that you didn't take the letters and read them somewhere quieter in camp. Well, that would have been a 200 IQ play. We don't make those around here. Alright, so the map is telling us to go over here. So let's go over there. I think this is it. Let me just make one more quick pass around the camp. Well, this is a new one too. Criminals consolidate. Guild uses rebuilding efforts to expand power. Absolute emergency over. Declares fist. Last Elithids rooted from sewers. Baldur's Mouth editor resigns. Links to Gortash regime unfounded. Cheres's raconteur, Raphael, reported dead. Black market, black magic. Devil's fee goods still unaccounted for. That's that shop where you get a portal to Avernus. Head banker deposed at counting house.
Back to the shadows with you.
Sensory overload? Yeah, for sure. I hate when I do that. Wow, this room actually has some stuff in it now. Oh my god, those are dice. That's D20s right there. You guys see that? Divine odds. There's 2 D20s on the table. That's funny. Of course, rotten food. The Book of Willing Souls. Recipe elixir of arcane cultivation. Essence of planetar feather. That's kind of cool. And then holy water. The Book of Willing Souls. A neat list of Baldurians and the deaths that befell them. And there's our boy Withers. We have a Circle of Death and Scroll of Disintegrate here. I don't think we're going to need them, but just in case, who knows what's going to... Maybe we'll just teleport into the DLC area. We'll glitch into it. Volo's Guide to Baldur's Gate signed.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again.
DLC?
How dost thou feel?
Hey, that's a shout back to Act 1 when you first meet Withers. I think I've caught up with everyone. What comes next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now.
DLC?
Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
To the hope of more adventures to come.
To you.
Withers getting drunk? Look at Happy right here. He's like scared shitless. Ending credits? It is. Okay, let's watch the Withers scene. Oh, look what they added to the ending credits. In loving memory of our friend and colleague, Jim Southworth. Cinematic animation lead. Right to the very top. That's amazing. That's the type of company that Larian is. Above Sven, the owner and creative director, the man who made all this possible. All right, we will watch the Withers scene, and then we're going to do the evil ending and see if there's anything for that.
There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou sought to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
So if you want that scene to make more sense to you, just search WolfheartFPS Dead 3 and then watch that lore video. I did one fairly recently, a couple, like maybe 4 months before the launch of Baldur's Gate. Basically, Bane, Baal, and Merkel ended up taking Jurgel's portfolio, the God of the Dead, and he split that role up into 3 roles and gave it to Bane, Baal, and Merkel, the God of Tyranny, the God of the Dead, and the God of Death. And now he's just kind of like cracking a joke and talking down to the 3 because they didn't do a very good job. That's a pretty cool ending. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the evil ending now, and let's become the Absolute and see if there's anything for that. Hello, Bev0531. And then that's going to be it for tonight. This is when I tested out the camp quickly before I made my video. We want to go to Mind of the Netherbrain. Hey, Ruben. How you doing, Samantha? All hail Svenvink. Just search WolfheartFPS Dead 3. I'll share it in the chat at the end of the stream, too. Dead 3, and it should pop right up. I'll share it in the chat right now, actually. While the ending cutscene goes off. I want to make sure that you get the recent one and not the one that I did like 2 years ago.
So soon follow us. No. Resist. Impossible. Pain. Fear. Terror. Reconsider. Assess. Implore. Surrender!
Shut it out! It's on the precipice. Push it over!
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute!
Now, kill it.
I'm not sure, Yeet.
This is
I haven't done Darker yet.
My love. The moment in which we make a new world for ourselves.
Dominate the brain. Become the Absolute. Conquer the world.
You are glorious, my love. You have never been more beautiful.
Together. Conquer. Rule. Command!
Yes. Conquer the world. Send the armies out. It shall all be mine. Maybe there is no ending for the evil.
In my name.
Wow. Evil gets shafted, man. Evil playthrough gets shafted throughout the entire game. There's nothing. Well, what I could do though is we could destroy the brain and go to the camp with Minthara, and it still overall was an evil run. So let's see what that does. We're all going to be in the camp as half-elithids, so. Withers will not hold a party for jerks. True. Okay. Wait. No! This is the wrong character. I was like, wait, that's not what my character looks like. Wonder if I can just go right to High Hall load point. We'll go to the Nether Brain. Being evil is empty. True. Yeah, right, true. I think the evil ending was pretty satisfying already. It's the good one that really needed work. The evil ending's like 20 seconds long. The good one's like 2 hours long.
Now.
This
Alright.
is the moment.
Command the brain to destroy the tadpoles and then
The
itself.
moment in which
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn lipids. The pain rips through silence.
Probably skip through this. Let's get to the camp. Or our decisions on the docks.
Everything you did, everything you sacrificed.
Amelia Tyler. Notice there's very few companions with me on my evil run.
Victory. Our enemies are dust at our feet.
Astarion is the vampire ascendant in this run as well.
The Nether Brain is dead.
God, look at that helm.
And here I was, worried I'd become some grotesque, deformed beast. I would say no offense meant, but, well, look at you.
My gear is so much cooler on Tactician just because the game's harder, so I care a little bit more about gear. And then when I do my Dark Urge Redemption Honor Mode run, I'm going to care even more. I'll probably have even better gear on that run. I like what I've become, Astarion.
And rightly so. You are better now than you have ever been.
This wouldn't have been possible without you. We'd all be the thralls of that thing or worse. Instead, we're free.
Empire is intimidating, isn't he? Emperor. Empire. Sick. It'll be a quick reunion party.
Well, that's a pleasant sight. Here's hoping they stay in their own plane.
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city. Smoldering, waiting to be rebuilt. You are a mind flare, the very thing you sought to eradicate. Whatever self you possess is quickly ebbing away.
Oh, they did stick to the lore of that.
Friends and enemies alike are ripe for manipulation. And if not manipulation, then consumption. Soon you will not be able to trust yourself at all. You will be a monstrosity beyond redemption. Or not. Perhaps you are unique among illithid kind. Perhaps you will retain enough of who you are to resist your nature. A rogue mind flayer. Like the Emperor, the risk is certainly yours to take. Will you?
You are a mind flayer. You have never been so wise, nor strong, nor cool. Embrace it.
Your fate will be what you make of it. Now you are your own master.
Will the Emperor be at the party? I don't know.
What's next?
I don't know if we're going to even have a party.
Something fun, I hope.
I wonder, like, if your choices at this part affect whether or not you get the camp scene too. I'm a mind flayer. I'll do whatever I please.
Quite right.
By all means, go and live however you wish. As long as we don't get in each other's way, I'm sure all will be well.
Their concerns are so trifling, are they not? Look at you. You're glorious. The greatest ally I could have wished for. You know, this partnership doesn't have to end here. You and I could do wonderful things. We could rebuild the Knights of the Shield and run it together. What do you say?
See, if I accept his... I'm wondering if I accept this if we don't have the party. There's only room for one mind flayer here. Eat its brain.
Chewy, cerebral, and delicious. Never in your life have you tasted something
God.
so delightful. It's not as if you're doing anything wrong. Just following nature's plan.
Bye-bye, Mr. Emperor. Can you save here? Too late.
It's over. And it's all because of you.
Do-do-do-do.
You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no illithid empire, no death god's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. What's the Knights of the Shield? It's a faction. Oh no, crap! I'm gonna get...
Saviors of a city that we must now leave forever.
My last stream I got age restricted. Shit, Minthara. Put on some damn clothes for cripe's sake.
but we could...
You guys already saw that conversation on my ending stream for
In the
Tactician.
6 months since the Netherbrain fell, you have often doubted the decisions that led you to the depths of the Underdark.
Oh, I guess went to the
Here,
Underdark,
there is
okay.
little comfort. There is only conflict, danger, and war against impossible odds. But there is also joy, even though your camps are haunted by scuttling spiders and loath-sworn soldiers. When you lie with Minthara, you feel like you could tear down the world, and you're building an army of your own. The outcasts, the exiles, and the rebels flock to your cause. Now you must leave them for a brief while and return to the surface, for you have received an invitation to meet with friends and allies once more.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Look how small my camp's gonna be. No owlbear, no Scratch, no Gale, no Will, no Helson.
Swift as my feet can carry
Hey, our
me.
buddy's here. I might actually kill him. I think I'm going to. But let's have a chat with... Oh, look at Minthara. That's so cute. Wait, who is this over here? Oh, that's Shadow. Let's go talk to Shadow first. She is now a worshiper of Selûne.
Keeping us starting to wonder if you'd show up.
There's probably so many variations to this ending, too. Like, if I wasn't a Mind Flayer and I did this rather evil run, if I didn't suck the Emperor's brains out, would he be here? I don't know. There's a lot of things to test out. Shadowheart, isn't it?
Hilarious. You could find work as a jester if you stumble upon a noble with more gold than taste. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever.
Don't put your brain that close to me. Shadowheart, don't put your brain that close to me.
You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it.
Most guys, when you're talking to a lady, it's eyes up. When you're a Mind Flayer, eyes down. Shadowheart has a nice ass brain, dude. And I'm trying to suck it. What? Alright, we're gonna be a little different on this one than my first run. I'm not sure how much you truly want to know about my diet, but I've been getting by just fine.
Fair point. I'm not quite sure this evening's refreshments will be to your tastes, but hopefully the company will make up for it. I'm glad you seem well. Truly.
Let's see what she's been up to, because it is a little different on this run. Tell me what you've been up to.
Wandering, mostly. The adventuring life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister.
Come on, tell all. Where have you been? What have you seen?
One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from. And where I came from too, I suppose. Hard to imagine, isn't it? Me, of all people, in the lair of the Moon Witch herself. Gods, your truest act of heroism was putting up with all that char and drivel I was spouting for so long.
So different from when we talked to her on my other run. That's crazy. You're right. I was truly heroic.
And oh so modest.
And what else have you been doing?
Well, I've had run-ins with my former fellow Sharans on a couple of occasions. Word seems to have spread of what happened at the cloister. Now other chapters of Shar worshippers see me as a prime target to offer up to their lady as a sacrifice. Don't worry. I know their tired old tricks better than anyone. They'll need more than a hooded cloak and poisoned blade to best me. Especially when I have a friend on the inside keeping me abreast of their predictable little plans.
A friend on the inside? You mean Nocturne?
None other. The matter of her faith and allegiances remains complicated, let's say. But she is still my oldest friend.
She's the
I have
tiefling.
hopes that perhaps she might turn from Shar entirely given time. But that's a decision she will have to make for herself. If that day comes, I'll be ready.
He's the tiefling in the House of Grief. And what's next for you?
I don't know. Which is just the way I like it just now. Perhaps I'll just stick a pin in a map and see what I find, or head to the docks in the morning and scrounge a berth to find somewhere new. I'd like to see the islands, maybe, or head south to Arm. I heard there's an enclave of werecats that hunt the followers of dark gods by moonlight. I'd love to see if there's any truth to that. But enough about me. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know, this and that.
Playing it coy, are we? Sounds like a girl I used to know. But you're entitled to your secrets. At least until the festivities loosen your tongue a bit. Hopefully these meetups will become a regular occurrence. It's not that I miss the tadpoles, but at least it brought us together. Now we've got to make the extra effort. Don't...
That's just incredible. Like, Baldur's Gate 3 is such a true RPG. It's so great. Like, the dialogue was so different when we talked to her last time. Really not many people to talk to here, huh? Alright, let's talk to Astarion, who is the Vampire Ascendant, and then we'll talk to Minthara.
Something's on.
I would kill for a glass of
Do my eyes... Well, look who it is. At least I assume it's you in there. You squids all basically look the same. So, tell me, what have you been doing since this, travesty?
I have adjusted to my new form. Come to enjoy it, even.
Really? Really? Gods, people will accept anything.
Like Astarion's clothes. How have you fared since we last met, young elf?
Cazador's mansion has become my palace, and played host to every kind of banquet and soiree and masquerade imaginable. And of course, has seen its fair share of hedonism, clandestine deals, and the occasional disappearance. Whatever it takes to build up my influence over those who matter. I'm spinning my web. Power grows slowly, but I have nothing but time now.
And how's it going?
Rather wonderfully, actually. I've been making all sorts of new friends. They're the kind of friends that would see me burn the first chance they get. But that's all in the nature of the game, isn't it? But the important thing is I am doing wonderfully. Finally having a life that's worth living. And who knows what's next? There's an entire world out there, ready for the taking.
Well, you're not the only one here with ambitions, Astarion. It would be a pity if we came into conflict.
You know, I did miss you. You were never afraid to stand up to me. Now, almost everyone is. We did share a wonderful adventure, you and I. A pity to see it end in some ways. But we have great new lives stretching out before us, and great new adventures to go on. I will never forget the time we spent together, though. And I know you'll never forget me.
There was that one night in Tressa's Caress in the basement.
Until next
The
time,
Drow.
darling.
The Drow siblings, we don't talk about that. Okay, Minthara, this one should be good.
Yes, my love. Are you done talking to your friends? Can we leave?
Oh, I guess we don't really get much with her because we've been with her. They're your friends too, Minthara.
I think not. They may respect me or fear me, but I do not think they like me.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't think they like me very much either.
Then they are fools. You are the best of them, or I would not have chosen you. Let us finish our socializing and be done. In truth, I have never enjoyed parties, although they do present the perfect opportunity for a poisoning.
You're the funniest person I know.
You assume I am joking? Taste my lips. They are already laced with toxins. None shall be spared tonight, not even you.
Wait, she's serious? I'll taste your lips with my tentacles. Taste my tentacles? Why are you kissing my nose?
Now go. Mingle, carouse, indulge. Tomorrow we return to the Underdark, and our campaign against my house continues. We will need all of our strength.
Oh, I love it. Minthara's campaign against her house in Menzo Branzan, the Drow capital city of the Underdark, far to the north of Baldur's Gate, very deep below the dwarven city of Mithril. I can't show you guys romance. You guys want to see a mind flayer bang a drow? I'm gonna tell her I love her. Let me hit F5. I'll save that romance scene for later. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I know. Oh my god, that's something I would say.
For a glass of Ulava wine.
Oh, it's kind of cool. Looks like I can get another romance scene. All right. Yeah. So, oh yeah, we gotta talk to this guy, and then I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna suck his brains out. We're in the mature section. It's fine on Twitch. It's not fine on YouTube, though. Get age restricted, then nobody gets recommended the video.
Let me guess. You've got some suggestions about the music choice.
I thought bards were meant to be full of pep and joy.
I find it hard to summon up the trademark pep these days. You have no idea who I am, do you?
Okay, let's see if we can actually...
might have set the stage a little.
I know exactly who you are. It is such an honor. We can actually pass the deception check with this character, my high charisma character.
You know. You're bloody right. It is an honor. Finally. The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can I do you for?
It really, the game still doesn't really tell you. You just got to have knowledge of Forgotten Realms lore. But we can all thank Scott for recognizing Melil as the god of song.
Your wish is my, etc.
All right, so
what
let's.
song do you want?
Something nostalgic and gentle would be ideal.
Fantastic idea. It'll suit the whole affair perfectly.
Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 music.
Greetings, O culture. Your wish is my, etc. What song do you want?
Can you play a pretty song reminiscent of taverns and tales?
Very well.
I expect there have been other reunions to which I was not invited.
little tame compared to one of my parties, but it has a quaint charm.
What to do?
Oh my god. Okay, we're not sucking that bard's brains out, that's for sure. Oh my god.
I expect there have been.
Fascinating. Thou hast ventured long with thy comrades, shared food, fire, and friendship, but even such adamantine bonds could not prevent thee from ruining my party.
What are you gonna do about it, Boney? Oh shit. Dude, this is so good.
I am most tired. Good day.
Larian had a separate ending for that? Oh my god. It's crazy. Man, patch 5 is pretty sick, isn't it? Wow. Like, how many people are even gonna try that? Not a lot.
There thou art. Didst truly thou sought to teach the god the
Shut up, skeleton. I'm done listening to you after what you just did to me. That's pretty cool. So there's still a lot of things that we could try with those endings. Our, you know, final cutscene dialogues we could change up a little bit. Save the Emperor, don't actually kill him. But next Sunday, or this coming Sunday, I think, if I have time, we are going to start a honor mode tactician run. An intense campaign recommended for experienced players. Stronger bosses, the most dangerous foes in the realms, are more powerful in this mode, with new abilities and legendary actions. Stricter rules. Alongside tactician mode's regular difficulty increases, action economy and damage bonus rules are made stricter towards the end of the game. Single save file. You cannot reload older saves in honor mode if events go awry. Your choices and consequences always stick. If your entire party is defeated in combat, your honor mode run will end. You'll be able to continue your adventure in custom mode should you desire, but finishing it will not count as finishing honor mode. If you are victorious and beat the game in this mode, you'll be rewarded with a bespoke dice set to use in-game for future playthroughs. Then Larian also has custom mode for those of you guys that didn't watch my video today, but I did drop a video earlier today going over all the patch notes. So if you want to have a little overview, make sure to go check that out. But yeah, I can't wait for honor mode, man. This is going to be... Oh, it's going to be so much fun. But we're not doing that right now, so... You know, surprisingly, it was actually a 2-hour stream. I thought it was going to be like 45 minutes, but just going through and checking out the ending chapter turned out to be 2 hours doing the evil and good. Pretty incredible. That is an ending that the game deserved. And it's an ending that propels Baldur's Gate 3 into further greatness. And the game's definitely going to win Game of the Year, right? It better win Game of the Year. So, thank you guys for hanging out, my Twitch chat and also YouTube chat. I'm not sure if I'll be live tomorrow or not. I usually try to... Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be live tomorrow or not. But At the latest, I should be live on Sunday. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Other than that, I should have a Dragon's Dogma 2 video coming out in the near future, probably a couple days. Maybe Baldur's Gate 3 on Sunday. Tactician mode. I think I'm going to play as a monk. And then I might go silent for a little bit as I play my review copy of Rogue Trader and try to put together some guides for you guys for that game. Okay? So you all have a wonderful night. Thank you all for the Twitch Primes. I appreciate that. The donations, the new subscribers, the super chats. I appreciate it all. Goodbye. Oh yeah, I forgot about the, I forgot to read the letters on that evil run right there. We would have had some different letters too. Good thinking, Merity. See ya, Symbiotic. Take it easy. Bev. Scary. Replicator, thanks for hanging out. You know it's getting late when Wolf starts channeling his inner murder hobo. True. Yeah, when you guys start seeing me do really stupid things and just killing people, it's usually getting late. I'm getting antsy and I need to get up and do something. Replicator knows me by now. Love Withers. Leah Rubin. Samantha. You guys should be able to see in this screen, you should be able to see the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat combined into one. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, those were pretty good endings. A lot of closure on the companions. And actually, like, some of those companions, you could do DLCs for their continuation of their story. The possibility. I wouldn't count on it. I'm leaning towards no DLCs for Baldur's Gate 3. That's what I've been thinking basically since the start of early access, but hey, who knows, right? 1.3 million players have completed the game in its entirety. That's a pretty big deal. There's way more than 1.3 million sales. I don't know the total number. I'd like to do some research sometime and see if I can get an idea. But 1.3 million people have completed Baldur's Gate 3, which is a game that takes most people 70 to 100 hours per playthrough. That's a pretty good number for such a massive RPG that only came out like 4 months ago. That's pretty cool. Most people play games and they don't finish them. I've been guilty of that quite a lot. Especially massive games, people end up, you know, getting caught up with real life and then they don't come back to games, but... Yeah, so all these updates that we've been getting, Merity, when you play on Xbox, you're going to have all those patches. Xbox players are going to be playing the most complete, polished version of the game. Although, who knows what performance is going to be like on the Xbox. I would imagine it will be decent. I have seen some PS5 players complaining, though. Do you have an Xbox Series S or X, Merity? Hey, congrats on the job, Emma. Awesome. Enjoy your run. Nice, you have the axe. Okay, good. Because I'd imagine the S might have some problems.